Hey, Aries, intuitive soul coach here with your October 2022 full moon reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. Today we'll dive into the collective energy of Aries and take a look at this full moon in your sign that lands on October 9th. So just a friendly reminder, Aries, these are general readings. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you are interested in a personal reading or even entering into the free monthly reading giveaway, you can find both of those links in the description box below. And wow, you have beautiful energy showing up right away, Aries. It does not surprise me as this full moon lands in your first house. It's all about you. It is the perfect time to take a look at what is working in your life, what is not. Full moons are about endings. They're about closure, release, taking a look at and prioritizing the things that are uplifting to your soul, physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So it is a wonderful time to take a look back towards your birthday month, either the end of March or into April, and see what you were trying to grow, what relationships you were trying to maybe even bring about, or the soul lessons, because I do feel like this month for you, especially this full moon, is going to bring about some sort of positive change, and it may have started to take place around your birthday. Now you have Leo energy here, you have Aries that shot out of the deck, and we have you, Taurus. So you may have these placements in your chart, Aries. You may be dealing with others who have these placements in their chart, or you're just embodying the energies overall. Right away, you have go wild. Yes. It is a beautiful time to go wild. Do something that is for yourself. Aries, if you're a people pleaser or if you tend to put everybody else before you, this is time for you to roar. It's time for you to speak your world into being and for you to do something big, bold, and beautiful for yourself. I feel like you will be very courageous around this time. So if you've been wanting to put something out into the universe, if you've been wanting to capitalize regarding your career, if this is a relationship or a very important goal that you've had here, I feel like you're going wild here and you're achieving some sort of dreams that you've been wanting. You also have Aries energy here that says go for it, because if you do, and it's the perfect time to do so as well, I feel like you will bring a lot of accomplishment and success. This Taurian energy says be proud of yourself. So not only are you going wild, you're going for it, but being proud of yourself, this combination is beautiful. So Aries, whatever you're doing around this full moon on October 9th, again, you're putting it out there. Some of you may have been waiting to make sure maybe a business proposal or your own business, if you're an entrepreneur or if you work for someone else. A lot of you may have been waiting for the perfect time or waiting to complete a goal or a project or an idea that you've had here, but I feel like you're finishing it up so you're able to produce it to either another person, another company, or put it out again into the universe, and it's going to be quite successful. So I really love this energy for you starting off. So be proud of yourself, Aries. Pat yourself on the back because you've certainly achieved a lot, and I feel like you're going to continue thriving. You're going to continue growing. And I feel other people are very proud of you as well. So hone in on what's, again, working for you this month. Release the things that are holding you back, whether it's a person, whether it's a habit, whether it's a behavior, an environment, whatever it is for you, and allow yourself to really grow, blossom, and bloom around this full moon. All right, we're going to take a look and see where your energy is currently at. And we'll also take a look at what you will focus on manifesting during this time. We'll see what your greatest gifts and strengths are. We'll take a look at messages from Spirit as well as how you have grown. And lastly, Aries, action steps that you can take to continue on your soul's journey. So you have the Two of Wands and the Ten of Wands showing up here. But the Ten of Wands talks, it's in reverse here. So you are coming really close to wrapping up something that you've been working very, very, very hard on, Aries, whether this is your own growth, this could be healing. Wands are all about inspiration. Fire energy is all about creativity and passion and your career, your projects. This could be any area of your life here, but specifically for you, you're figuring out how to really move forward into the next stage, the next chapter. And that's what this full moon is all about for you. The Two of Wands is about planning. It is about you being able to make decisions that are going to help maybe your business or career, or help you bring about more passion into your life. It would be a perfect time to create a vision board this month, or for you to, again, put something out into the universe, because it will be heard, it will be seen, it will be very successful. If you're looking for love, set those intentions. If you are looking for recognition, I just heard recognition. If some of you are looking for recognition in your career or your business here, I feel like you're getting it around this moon. The spotlight is on you. You've been putting a lot of work into this goal, this achievement, this success that you've wanted for yourself. A lot of you have carried some very heavy burdens with this Ten of Wands. This is taking on a lot, and at times you may even take on the energies of other people. You may be highly empathic, and you may be a healer as well, Aries, because whenever I get the Ten of Wands, this is like that Mr. or Mrs. Fix-It personality here, where you tend to attract people in your life that maybe feel broken or may need fixing. Some of you may be healers in your professional life. Now, it's not necessarily a bad trait to have here, but it's saying that you don't have to carry other people's burdens. You don't have to carry their stuff. Make sure that you prioritize, eliminate, and release around this full moon if you are that type of person here. For others of you, I just sense that you're working really, really hard at achieving some sort of goal. Go wild, go for it, and be proud of yourself. Pat yourself on the back, Aries, because you've certainly been through a lot. All right, let's take a look and see what you are focusing on manifesting and releasing as well. What do we have here? The Hanged Man. This is all about perspective. Some of you may need to let an old story or an old pattern or an old way of doing something or thinking, you may need to let that go in order for you to see it from a brand new perspective. When the Hanged Man shows up here, I feel like you are surrendering. You're releasing control on what you thought something should be, and you're letting the universe come in and work its magic. You're going with the flow. And this is a very powerful energy for you, Aries, because you may have had expectations. You may have thought something was supposed to be a certain way, and you're reigning in that energy now, and you're saying, you know what? I'm letting it go with the flow. I'm putting this out there without expectations, but I'm staying in an abundant mindset. I'm staying in an attitude of gratitude here. And that's the secret. That's the key. And you are feeling good inside and out, and it's reflecting in your outer world. So the important message here for you, what you should be releasing around this full moon, is an old way of thinking, doing, behaving, or letting go of expectations or control, or even sacrificing something, which is, you may not even feel like it's such a sacrifice, Aries. It certainly could be for some of you, but I feel like it's mostly sacrificing an old way of thinking just because it was a limiting belief. It may have not served you, or it may not be serving you with where you're going. Maybe it served you in the past, but where you are going, it doesn't belong. And you may feel like it's time to let it go. And it may seem like a little bit of a sacrifice at times just because you're used to that belief. Maybe it was ingrained in childhood, or maybe it was something that you've hung on to because it was painful or it did hurt, but you're letting that go and you're going for something. Some of you, you're feeling quite confident. I'm getting King and Queen of Wands energy, where you're just going for it. Some of you are feeling very social. If you've been hiding in that hermit or that turtle shell, I feel like you're kind of coming out of that energy. And if you've been feeling a creative block, or if you've been feeling a little bit burnt out or even lack of energy, I do sense that you're going to be moving forward and feel more vitality, feel more alive, especially as we start to go forward in a lot of retrogrades. We start to finally move past Mercury retrograde, And with what's going on in the planetary alignments, you are starting to feel better about not just yourself, but your external surroundings. So let's take a look here and see what is the fullest potential before we get into your untapped gifts. Two of Pentacles. This is a really great energy to be in because you're able to keep everything balanced. For some of you, Aries, it's important to compartmentalize. You may be setting up new routines and saying, well, I am taking 2 hours a day to work on my exercise routine or my meditation or my spiritual practice or my self-care. And then over here, I am focusing and dedicating on my business or my career or my growth. And then over here, you're focusing on love. So even though everything is connected here, I feel like you are bringing about a very beautiful balance and you're doing just fine. They're showing me like the Wheel of Fortune. And in that wheel, there's different categories and different areas of things that you're trying to achieve at this time. So your greatest potential at this time and your fullest potential is to be able to put a little bit of energy on the things that may have seemed like you put on the back burner, or maybe you weren't giving enough towards a certain area of your life. The Two of Pentacles says here that you may be kind of going back and forth and figuring out how to put some of your energy into the things that bring you more pleasure and to the things that bring you more happiness. Now, some of you as well, maybe going back and forth. This can be the card of comparing at this time, but I feel like you're comparing. It could be a home. Some of you may be moving. It could be comparing a job. It can be even comparing business cards. Which business card do I like more? That's kind of the energy that I'm getting here for you, is some of you are ready to put something out into the universe and you're saying, okay, which outfit or which business card or which flyer? So it's about something maybe you've created, or it may have to do with a color. They're showing me colors, which is quite interesting. So you may be deciding you're buying a new vehicle. It's between A and B, but it could be red and silver. For others of you, this could be about moving into a new home. It's this city or that area. So I do feel like you may be going back and forth, but it's a happy type of energy because this is your fullest potential, where you're not going to overanalyze, Aries. You're not going to overthink something, because it's a perfect time for you to just go for it. All right, let's take a look at your untapped spiritual gifts. This is one of my favorite parts of this reading here, because a lot of times we tap into our gifts, but we don't fully embrace them. And you actually have quite a few very deep cards. So I'm excited for you, Aries. So we're going to first take a look at your untapped spiritual gifts. The first card out, we have the Three of Swords in reverse. Now, I read intuitively, and you'll find that a lot of times I'll read the upright, I'll read the reversal, or I'll mix or blend the both of them. And what I'm getting here for you is, regardless of pain that's happened in your life, regardless of heartbreak, disappointment, rejection, loss, betrayal, this Three of Swords can be really heavy energy at times. It can be about painful truth, separation, third party. It can be really deep in that heart chakra. But your untapped spiritual gift, Aries, is for you to forgive. Forgiveness is big. Forgiveness is bold. So some of you are really forgiving a person who has hurt you, but it doesn't mean that you're allowing this person back into your life, or it doesn't mean that the situation or the environment, it was okay. That's not at all what it means. But forgiveness is for our own healing. And so what I'm sensing you doing here is you're releasing something that was quite painful for you here. And the Three of Swords, especially when it shows up in reverse, this is about you healing. Maybe it could be even be inner child energies here. It could be about past hurts, past pain, disappointment. Your spiritual gift is for you also to not just heal yourself, Aries, but to help other people heal on a spiritual, mental, emotional, or physical level. Some of you are very, very big, deep healers, whether you're a nurse or a doctor. or you are more on that holistic side here where you're able to dive in and help people heal from a soul level. But first and foremost, in order to fully feel the impact of empathy and for you to feel and understand what pain is like, you must endure pain yourself. So Aries, your untapped spiritual gift is for you to heal from situations that have been challenging, for you to either teach it or help others learn how to heal themselves. So very, very powerful stuff here. For others of you, you may be gaining that closure that's needed because this is all about you. And you're saying, I'm not letting whatever this was stand in the way of my happiness, my joy, my pleasure, my life. And you're letting it go. So this is powerful stuff here for you. Now, this is a mix here, this next card, between your spiritual or untapped gifts and your greatest strength. Is you are able to not just work effectively and efficiently on your own. You may be one of those people, Aries, that yes, you can work in a team setting, but some of you may prefer working on your own or just being in your own energy. It's about enjoying your own company. When this hermit energy shows up, at times you do feel lonely. There is a sense of isolation. Like I said earlier, that hermit crab or that turtle shell, you may tend to kind of go inward. But the beauty of going inward for you, Aries, is this is all about introspection. It is about soul searching, meditating, self-knowledge. So you aren't in that energy of loneliness, rejection, or withdrawal for too long because you're going inward and you're saying, hey, I need to pull myself out of this situation. I need to heal from whatever pain and heartache happened so I can be the best version of myself for maybe your friends, your family, for your clients or your coworkers. Whatever this is here, it's allowing you to move onward. And what you have is be proud of yourself, because if you have been through this challenge here or many challenges that have affected the heart chakra, it is about healing, forgiveness, and letting go. Now, your greatest strengths here are the Fool. And this is beautiful. The Fool card is about you taking a leap of faith. That may seem scary for you at times, Aries. Some of you may be impulsive and are saying, yes, I'm ready to take this leap. I'm ready to bring in a sense of spontaneity. I'm ready for this new risk, this new adventure. I'm ready to fully embrace the unknown. And that's your greatest strength here, Aries. You can be a go-getter. You can say at times, yes, I want this new beginning. But your untapped spiritual gift is make sure that you have let go, fully release, fully gain closure on situations that have hurt you. Because if we don't deal with them in the appropriate timing, which it's divine timing, healing is going to be different for each and every one of us. But if we don't fully embrace and work on our own self-healing, which may include forgiveness, it may include some deep shadow work, or just working on ourselves or other relationships or other people. Sometimes we tend to numb a situation. We may shut the door on it, and then it wreaks havoc at times. It triggers show up, or it may affect or bleed into other relationships or career. So whatever this is for you, hone into those untapped spiritual gifts. Make sure that you are gaining the closure needed. And if you're not sure how to do that, Aries, reach out. Reach out to a soul coach, a therapist, a counselor, a spiritual guru. Read some self-help books, do some shadow work, get a Reiki reading, or Reiki session, or an intuitive reading to help you fully incorporate the healing that needs to take place. But I feel like a lot of you have already done that, I will say here, especially because your greatest strength is a new beginning and you will fully embrace it. But I don't want any of these triggers or these past pains to come up when you least expect it, because you weren't fully healed from a situation. But I do sense that if you've been harboring pain in the past, I feel like this full moon is about you letting it go. So this is some powerful stuff coming in for you. We're going to get a few messages from your spiritual team, your guides, your ancestors, your loved ones, pets, animals. Let's see what we have here. Thank you, Spirit. We're going to actually pull this time from the Spirit messages, and we're also going to pull from one of my new favorite decks, Work Your Light Oracle cards. And for those of you that are interested in any of the decks that you see used during your reading, or any above, you can find all of that information in the description box below. All right, they only want one card from here. So let's take a look. We have ground yourself. We have you are not alone. We also have breathe. Thank you, Spirit. They're giving me the beautiful name here, Sophie or Sophia. So if that is your name, please take it as it resonates. It could be someone in your energy here. It could be a grandmother. It could be a child or a daughter. Please take it as it resonates. And lastly here, you have pillar of light. Oh, I love this. Okay, so right away here, we have the breath card for you. Breathe. Some of you, it's very important to work on your breath and for you to take some time out, okay? And that's what you have been, I feel, incorporating into your spiritual practice or your health. Some of you have went through a state of fight or flight for longer than need be. Originally, fight or flight was put into our energy for us to become more aware and for us to really have our senses heightened when danger was near. But the world that we've grown into, a lot of us tend to stay in that fight or flight for hours or for days or for months or even years on end. And it's very important for us to really release that energy of always feeling like we're on edge or always feeling like we're waiting for the next catastrophe. So if that is you, Aries, at times, really focus on that breath work and really come back down to that solar plexus and take deep, deep breaths many times throughout the day and focus on the breath, okay? You are not alone, Aries, even though you feel at times that you are. Some of you could have gone through a heartache. You can see here that she's holding on, and this could be even a father energy. It could be a male in your life. It can be vice versa. It doesn't matter here. You can see that the female energy almost looks a little bit like a ghost as well. So it could be female or a male, but know that you're not alone. That spirit has your back here. Some of you have been trying to connect with someone who has crossed over. And it says, we are here for you. We never left. Through all this sadness and loneliness, however, you cannot sense us near you or feel how much love we are sending you. We are your family, your friends, your guides. You never walk alone, Aries. We walk right beside you. They're showing me a small animal. I'm not quite sure if this is a puppy. I'm just seeing fur here, but I feel like it's a small animal. It's a little bit of a blend. So maybe that means that many of you or quite a few of you may have lost a small pet they're showing me an animal at a specific time when you really embrace the energy of this pet who may have crossed over. If that is you, I'm sending you a very big hug. And I feel like you still may get messages or you may see signs of this person or this pet who's crossed over. Know that you're not alone. Okay. Lastly, we have ground yourself. Being distracted, unfocused, and tired, irritated, and even impatient, Aries, are all signs that you're ungrounded. Now is the time to become centered and allow Spirit to help you ground yourself. Yes, it's time to go wild. It's time to ground yourself. It's time for you to get ready because you're about to really fully emerge in your energy. Remember, this full moon, Aries, is all about you. It's time for you to, I just heard here, take off the cape, whatever that means. Maybe some of you are dressing up for Halloween and you're wearing a cape. Maybe you're wearing one right now. I'm not quite sure. But it could mean that at times we tend to be a recluse, or maybe we tend to hide out at during the day, and at night is when you're a night owl possibly. So time to take off the cape. Some of you may be actually revealing something. There could be a reveal showing up. That could be that cape energy as well. But the final message, which is really powerful here, pillar of light. And it says, Aries, your vibration is rising. You are the oracle. Yes, some of you are really, really intuitive. You may be even intuitive readers. You may read tarot or oracle for yourself or for others, whether personally or professionally, but you are the tarot. And I feel like other people maybe coming to you for advice around the full moon here, but make sure that if you do not have the energy to give to someone else, make sure that you're setting healthy boundaries and you're standing your ground. If someone in your life is very draining, I feel like it's a perfect time to kind of release that, because your vibes are rising, and you're going to notice that when you rise above here, when you raise those vibes, other things, other people, other patterns, other environments, they tend to kind of fall to the wayside unless they are coming along with you. Now, it doesn't mean that anyone is better than the other. It's just energy. But when we raise and keep our frequencies and our vibes high, we notice that we start to attract other things into our life that match our energy. And that's what you're doing here. So this is quite powerful. All right, Aries, let's take a look and see how you've grown. How have you grown? Ooh, yes. 7 of Wands. You're breaking free from whatever has held you back, whatever has caged you. Restrictions, conformity, putting yourself in a box, or feeling like other people put you in a box here. You can see that on this 7 of Wands, he has many, many tattoos etched into his body here. He has love. He has war. He has peace. He has anger. He's been through it all. And this is you. This is what we were talking about in your untapped gifts and your strengths earlier, Aries. This is all about you being able to live life on your terms. Instead of feeling defensive, or at times defenseless, instead of always putting up your shield or being on guard, or again, that fight or flight energy, I feel like you're starting to let yourself have that upper hand. You're starting to live life on your terms and not feel like the pressure is coming in from all angles. This is about you defending yourself, standing up for your beliefs, being brave, going the distance. Aries, be proud of yourself. Remember here, be proud of yourself. It's time to go for it. Go wild. Whatever this is for you, whatever this beautiful energy that's been culminating, whatever you've had to work through, this self-healing or healing due to a situation that was difficult for your heart to overcome. You're breaking free from the chains, from the restrictions here. So again, pat yourself on the back, because it's no easy task to come out on top, and not only come out on top, but be a better version of yourself. One of my favorite quotes is, Aries, you can either become bitter or you can become better. The choice is yours. The universe doesn't want you to become bitter, but sometimes life hardens us. Sometimes those lessons of the heart harden us and we close down. We may put up a shield, and you're saying, you know, I'm not putting up a shield. I'm going to allow myself to raise my vibes and attract the things that are meant for me. And that's what you're doing here. So I love this. Now, lastly, let's take a look at the action steps that you can take to continue growing on your soul's journey. Action steps. Page of Cups, beautiful. The Page of Cups is about staying inquisitive. This is about you loving yourself. This is a very beautiful energy of staying playful, staying open, keeping that heart open to the new love that is showing up here for you. And you certainly do have it, whether you're looking for love. Now, love shows up in all shapes, sizes, and forms. It's not just romantic love. Some of you may certainly be going through a romantic period or looking for love here. For others of you, this is a love for life. This is a zest, a passion. This is a love for what it is that you do. A love for, creating a life of abundance, creating a life that you surround yourself with the people and the friends and the families that you really want to open up to. This is about playfulness and inquisitive natures here, where you're open to keeping that heart chakra open, not becoming bitter, but becoming better from situations. Some of you, if you are on a healing path, you're feeling really good about moving forward here, whether it is personal or professional. In order for you to continue growing, keep your heart open, stay playful, work on that inner child as well. When this Page of Cups shows up, yes, we may wear a heart on the sleeve. We may fall in love too easily. We may give people the benefit of the doubt. That is actually a very beautiful strength to have. But there is an energy here of, at times, you may be naive. And you may ignore the red flags and the signs, but that's only because here you really love from a deep level. And that itself is a great strength, okay? Because we can learn how to navigate through being naive and wearing our heart on our sleeves, or being emotionally at times really connected, but learning how to not be codependent, learning how to pay attention to our intuition as well. Because yes, at times we've all been naive. We've all wore our heart on the sleeves or gave people the benefit of the doubt. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, Aries. It just means that we needed to learn some lessons of the heart, but be sure that that doesn't harden you. Be sure to keep your heart open, because there's a lot of love coming your way. I love this. Very beautiful reading. Let's get one more card here for you, Aries, and see what else you can do to fully embrace this full moon energy. What does Aries need to know? Five of Swords showing up here. So there is going to be opportunities for you to stand up for what it is that you believe. Five of Swords showing up can be about when to fight for something because it's worth fighting. Actually, kind of what I'm getting here is you may have people in your life who just attract drama, or they like to be argumentative, or they may like to kind of go back and forth. What you're doing around this full moon, and it's going to be best in your best interest to maybe put up a hand and say, you know what, not my circus, not my monkeys. I don't want to go back and forth any longer. I am going to go for it. I'm going to stand in my power. There's something here that if it is worth fighting for, you will. But it's going to be in an energy here of both of you bringing about more love, more compassion. If this is a career, this is about you continuing to put in the hard work. And even if at times it seems that excuse me, that you're coming up against a glass wall, it's time for you to really let out and get out here what it is that you want. Go for it. And then you'll realize whether something is for you or not. So the Five of Swords can be about victory for achieving what it is that you want, but you don't have to be embraced in the drama, the negativity, or the argumentiveness that may have showed up in the past. You may be walking away from that energy for good. And that may be how you continue to grow, walking away from things that aren't serving your purpose around this full moon. That's what full moons are all about. All right, Aries, that is what I have for your full moon in October, in your sign on October 9th. I certainly hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And I am sending all of you beautiful Arians tons of love and light. Thanks for tuning in.